Hello there, Haywood Community College, and welcome to week 2. I apologize for the delay in getting this recording out to you. I had intended to get it Monday morning, and that was also the day that my other school started, and so it just became kind of a bit of a mess and got really, really, really busy. So I apologize for my delay, and I hope you forgive me. But let's get moving and just kind of groove and move here. So this week we're starting to heat up into some concepts. So what we're focusing on mostly this week is kind of like the anatomy of writing, and then also looking at like some of the pieces that are going to be the most impactful when it comes to your writing. So I don't have like specific lecture notes for you today, but what I do want you to take some time to do this week is I want you to take some time to go over the essay 1 instructions and really look at it and see if there are any questions that you have. So this is a personal literacy narrative. And so because it's a personal literacy narrative, you are writing a personal essay about your experience, and then you're also integrating those important sensory details and personal observations into that. So this week we're going to start by reading some stories, and the stories that we're going to read are Amy Tan's Mother Tongue, which is in your Norton Field Guide to Writing. Matt de la Pena, Sometimes a Tough Teen is Quietly Writing Stories, and then Langston Hughes, Theme for English B. So as you're reading over those pieces, and we're going to have a harmonized discussion, but really think about like, how do the writers use different elements to blend that story together? So the harmonized discussion is going to kind of simulate some of this, but kind of what we're going to be looking at is how these stories pull in these very personal elements in order to build ideas and themes and connections that's very similar to some of our other human experiences. And so that's kind of where we're going with this piece, is like telling our own story, telling it using vivid language and detail. So, what your job will be for essay 1 is to write a narrative essay in which you explore an interest, belief, or skill, and how that aspect of your identity has shaped the way that you see the world. So, it could be a passion like writing, a language you speak, any and everything. But it's about like how you grew through that process, and you're thinking about how language has been a part of your life in some form or fashion with that. So you're going to be personal, you're going to engage, you're going to use a clear structure, you're going to be personal, and I want you to show, not tell. So starting next week, we're going to do some like workshopping and brainstorming on what to do, but I want you to take some time to kind of explore that, and that way you know what questions to ask your peers. So you're going to have a section right below here. This is the readings section. And so there are some old editions floating around. If you have an old edition, like just look for the actual story in the back and you'll find the page numbers. Sometimes the page numbers are off. It's in there somewhere, I'm sure. And then some outlining guidance for the week, which is about like getting your ideas moving, are these sections right here. And so this is fictional, and these are about the writing itself. All right. So I've also got some just information like some how to format a college paper. So if you've never used MLA format, then it's going to show you the outline of MLA format, what it should look like, what's the breakdown of MLA 9, and how you should visualize your papers. So that is one resource that I've provided for you. I've also got information on how to annotate texts, because you're going to have some annotation with Harmonize happening. And then a video on Show Not Tell, which is some information on how to write your narrative essay, and also some descriptive writing tips. So, since that's a lot of like different resources and not all of it is necessary, like you're going to use some of it, but maybe not all of it, there are a couple things that you're going to be keeping in mind. One is there is a college essay puzzle here. So this is an activity kind of based on some of the writing stuff and the MLA to kind of lay some foundations. So you're going to read a sample essay that's here, and you're going to identify the structure, the weaknesses, the strengths, and then you're going to practice how to revise it. So this is going to help develop some of those key skills as you're going to work into your essay one and the memoir itself. So to kind of generate some ideas of what you want to do for your memoir, you're going to read these stories, mother tongue and teen. And with these stories, you're going to discuss some of the questions regarding tough teen and quietly writing stories in mother tongue. So they're informal reflections. You don't necessarily have to like cite anything in any particular way. I'm not looking for that. What I'm looking for is depth of insight. I'm looking for you to engage with your colleagues. I'm looking for you to bounce ideas off of each other. I'm looking for you to like really wrestle with some concepts. And remember, since this is formative, like it's way more important that you're engaging and doing your best. Please do not just put anything into ChatGPT and expect that it's going to come out as anything other than garbage. So I really want to hear your voices. If you are using AI, follow the ethical use guidelines, or you may not receive credit for the assignment. So So on Amy Tan's Mother Tongue, on Matt De La Pena's essay, so these are some discussion prompts that you can use, but you are not tied to those prompts at all. So like feel free to discuss more, to think about things differently, to make connections between this and your own experiences, because anything that you use in these can be used later on your essay one. Okay. And so I think that that is about what I need to cover for this week. Starting soon, we'll have some more like micro teaching pieces. And so we can go over in more detail some of the like content specific stuff. But this week, we're really kind of starting to just kind of get into the work of like looking really deeply into these texts and what they mean. So. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and thank you all for joining. Talk to you soon. See ya.